is how we measure love. I just kept thinking about how we measured love. And is love in your actions? Is love in your voice? Is love in what you do? I felt like it was for me. And then being that you heard it, I hope you thought it was for you as well. But I mean, you were angry, so
Yeah,
I
I was
got that.
upset. I got kind of turned off when she said that. I ain't really hear nothing else after that.
But it's how we measure love. I just kept thinking about how we measured love. And is love in your actions? Is love in your voice? Is love in what you do? Because you have so many actions. It just can't be just like I'm gonna bring you roses,
Right.
but it's also I'm gonna take care of you. Like if you're sick, I measure it all the time,
Yes, she does. Like all the time.
all the time. Thanks God, Mom.
All the time. So being married young, like what you was, 19?
Yeah.
Now it's 21.
Yeah.
What do you think of it looking back? Would you suggest that for anybody
Getting married
nowadays?
stupid. That's what I call it. There are so many older people now getting married, and they have all these lifetime of experiences to bring with them to a marriage. I like what we did. Because I feel bad for people having to deal with life and try to figure out a mate. I try to tell people throw away what you learn
Yeah.
to some extent. I
Right,
mean, I
right.
can understand if you had some bad situations happen that you might want to put them in your pocket. But we went into things like just headstrong and just kind of just new and whatever. And because of our parents,
Yeah.
whatever happens, we're going to try. And sometimes when you go into it as an adult, an adult, you're like, there's some things you're like, no, I'm not going to do. And we weren't.
Right.
There was just, no. It was like, no, we are going to do. Because my mom and dad said so. And mainly my dad said so. And we're going to try to work it out because we didn't meet for nothing. Our hearts and souls didn't pull together for nothing. So we deserve a chance.
Right. And like I used to say, coming up all the time, I put too much time into it. Too much time. Not money, time.
Time.
I put too much time. Like being married is like going to work, like having a job. When you go to work, sometimes you don't like it. You just don't like it. But you got a responsibility. You have to go and take care of not only yourself, but your family. So, and some people love their job. Some people put in the work. They like being there 60, 70 hours a week, because that's what they like to do. So why wouldn't I do that for my family, my wife, the woman I promised to love and to hold and to cherish and all that good stuff at the altar? And I forgot his name. What is this man's name? I'm going to come back with you. But this man say, if you really think about it, when you go to the altar, you go to the altar to die.
Okay.
When they brought sacrifices to the altar, they was already dead. So when you're walking down that aisle, when we walk down the aisle, we really was saying we dying to ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to die to themselves for the person they claim, think they love. It's a lot of times we had to sit and back in early in our relationship, we had a lot of heated discussions. Because we were still learning one another, And I think that's the most hard time is when you come through.
Heated discussions when I flip them off. But go on.
Yes, when you come through. and you start growing with one another and you learning one another. And instead of trying to be you and don't want to change, that causes problems. Because the Bible clearly says to become one. So in order for us to become one, we have to adapt. We have to change. We have to kill ourselves. It's a lot of times I used to say, that ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't who I am. So no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I used to say that all the time. No, that ain't me. I ain't doing that. That ain't how I was raised. That ain't what I thought. Blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I was thinking the other day, it just was a lot of wasted time that I just wasted being mad because my wife said I have to be mad for about 2-3 days. 2 days.
Facts.
I have to be mad 2 or 3 days in order for me to come to myself, to really think things over and to really figure out which way I'm headed, what the situation really is. And those days, I think back now, I was like, yeah, I wasted a lot of time just being me, being crazy, being ignorant, Now, this person I say I love, who I cherish, who I am going to spend the rest of my life
You
with.
sit up real straight for this.
Who I am
Go
going to
on.
spend the rest of my life with. And when she hurt, I had to find out later in life, I hurt. I don't like not talking to my wife. I don't like being mad at the person who has my back 100%. No matter what goes on, thick and thin, in and out, every situation that comes forth, she there. Even when she tried to pump me up when I don't want to be pumped up, I used to get mad at that because that's not what I wanted. So I learned that I wasted a lot of time, just a lot of time in our earlier years in marriage, just being mad for no reason instead of just trying to figure things out, talking it out, getting over it quickly, and moving on with life.
Well, not getting over it, but getting through it.
Through it, thank you.
Yeah.
Getting through it. So that took a lot. And now we've been married 28 years, some stuff we don't really, like I say, we don't really argue anymore. Be really honest, which we don't. We don't have heated discussions.
I think we stopped arguing maybe about year 13, 14. It was like, whatever.
Right. You're 13, 14. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's over. Because we value, well, at that time, I began to value my relationship with my wife. I didn't have to be right. Coming up, I had to be right. I'm the man. I'm the king of this ship. I run this here. We're going to do what I say, pretty much. But I learned that ain't the way.
But then also I started seeing things as cute. It was like a mind shift, mind change, or looking for other ways of valuing the person that I'm with. Which is hard. Like, we are totally different. We're opposites, completely opposites. I look for value. He's just like, oh, can this just be over?
Right. Exactly.
But I started valuing just little things that he did when he was upset. And I was like, oh, that's cute. He's mad.
That should make me mad.
Or he used to have this lawn care business, and he used to get on top of his big old lawn. I call it still a tractor trailer. And he would be upset, and he has to like mow around the tree. And I'm like, all right, when you're done thinking about it. And it took him still a little time, but so it's just like we change and we adapt to who a person needs to be. Like, if he needs to be upset for that amount of time, then okay, that's about him, not about me. And it can't change who I am, or who I want to be. Because, I mean, it's not like I've been like that forever.
Right.